Yemen, an extraordinarily beautiful and little-known country, land of the fabled Queen of Sheba, that for centuries was isolated from the outside world by a despotic line of rulers. It's an arid land, dominated by a volcanic mountain massif, where a rural population has from ancient times sustained itself by farming on the intricate terraces that have been carved onto the mountain slopes, creating thousands of tiny steps climbing down towards the Red Sea. This corner of southern Arabia is surrounded by deserts and lies in the same hot, dry climate as its closest sub-Saharan neighbors, Ethiopia and the Sudan.
These wonderful, fertile highland terraces, true hanging gardens that had been evolved and perfected over 2,000 years in one short decade. They were crumbling and were being gradually swept down towards the Red Sea. Now, 75% of Yemen's farmers are locked into this system, so their livelihoods were threatened, and the process was so insidious that in fact nothing was being done about it. People weren't aware of it, and there was truly an impending environmental and human catastrophe.
Ahmed's preparation for the rains includes opening up the hard, dry soils with his unique donkey plough, so allowing in air whilst levelling the field to hold the coming water. Ahmed's generation, like his ancestors, live in a world bounded by their fields, the village community, and the local weekly market. It's a simple, self-sufficient life, which has been turned upside down in the past 2 decades as Yemen has opened its doors to the outside world. Suddenly, the isolated villages have been drawn into the national economy, and the new generation has been presented with undreamt-of mobility and opportunities. It's not only the landless farmers who are losing their sons to the towns. The cities are attracting the landowners and their families away as well. As a result, the population of the capital city, Sana'a, is increasing at an alarming and unsustainable rate. The changes sweeping this Islamic nation have been slower in reaching the rural women. Their role and responsibilities, both in the household and on the farm, have always been considerable.
المرأة مسؤولة بكل عمل. كل شيء على البيت والرأس. البيت والكل والكمل على رأسها. كل عمل علي. أنهز، أحلب، أطعم، أكنس، أفعل هذا نخول، أعبي الرماد. يتعمل هالقطن عتم الليل. وعاد الرجال يتغاريها ويشمت بها ويعزل بها وينكوان و. تمام. ها؟ والله ما اليوم سترش تبرش.
In the mountains surrounding Ahmed's village Iryan, the rains are late, and the villagers are worried about getting any rain at all. Whilst they wait, daily tasks continue. He much prefers spending as much time as possible caring for his own prized possession. Whenever he can, force-feeding it with nourishing sorghum stalks and leaves.
ملزع ما تملش يوم تجلس هكذا برجاني راحتي تشبه أن إذا اشتدت بعد ليس تفرعوا الناس إلى الله وخرجوا للأصداع المصلى تضرعون الله بالخشوع.
أستغفر الله العظيم 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 أستغفر الله العظيم
اللهم إنا بالبلاد والعباد والخلق من الأعوى والضرق ما نشكو إلا إليك. اللهم أنبت لنا الزرع وأدر لنا الضار وأسيرا برغ السماء وبصرا برغة الأرض. اللهم ارفق عنا.
Lack of rain affects farmer and landowner alike. Iryan's sheikh and community leader is particularly concerned that things are worse than ever this year, and that without rain, their crops look like failing badly.
وجرت العادة إنها إذا قلت الأمطار الموسمية إن الناس يستسقوا ويدعوا الله يرسل المطر عليهم مدرارا، وهذا السنة تأخرت الأمطار الموسمية وهذا ضعف الزرع، وأنا يعني معتمدين على الأمطار الموسمية لأنه لا توجد لا قيود ولا أنهار ولا شيء، فمعتمدين على الأمطار الموسمية. فإذا تأخرت الأمطار الموسمية معناه أنهم مجهودهم في الذي بذلوه في سنة كاملة يعني يصبح لا شيء.
The following week, as the villagers went to their mosque for their Friday prayers, it seemed as though their request at last had been granted. The first late rains fell on Iryan. Once the barriers are broken, the gift of water and soil from the mountains continues its life-giving journey. The system has been unable to cope with the growing mass of topsoil and debris that's now being brought down from the mountains in the floods and threatens to clog everything.
The World Bank itself has estimated that within 15 to 20 years, at present cutting rates, there will be no trees left in Yemen. Groundwater reserves will be gone in many areas at present extraction rates in the same period. The soils and the farms in the mountains and the wadis will be gone.
إذا جلست هكذا مدورة بعد أيام ساعتي.
بعد كم؟
بعد 3-4 سنين. في تصير لا محالة.